my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thundered, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport.
All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balaj. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And throw right side complete to Parker. And oh, he coughed it up.
Mike, number 53. Mike. Double dog, double dog. That's the way. Check 26, check 26.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Joe Schobert. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 11 yards there, 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same.
Odell Beckham Jr. past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Watch the safety creep. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Rosen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Charkandrick West, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. He's coming. Double up. Hey, alert. Back. General West.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kalen Ballage out of the backfield, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. But he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Stills was second on the team a year ago to the now-departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, fifth year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here. Just
under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, alert! Hey, Steve 6.
58, 58, Mike. You. 58, boys, 58.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rosen, forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. West. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now West. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watch the shit. Check safety, check safety. Alert.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Rosen looking to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Jim. One down.
It's caught. Stills, right side. 20. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Now Rosen will lead them up here to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt shedding the tackle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Mayfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check 37, check 37.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30, the 20, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Mayfield under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now it's Rosen looking, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, alert, alert.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Shoot! Joker, Joker, Joker. Switch. 36. He's checking. Crash.
Play action here with Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Middle. Check 8. Check 13.
Shoot. Slam. Watch the air.
Hard.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Recon, 132 fighter. Dude, the mic. Mike 5'2", Mike 5'2".
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and through, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Push him back. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. 65, 65. 65. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch.
Rosen will throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Monday. Let's go. Hey, we got
Now Rosen on 1st down. On the left side, this is Stills. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a man open down the middle of the field and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Don't say his name on there.
Hey, takes 3. 218, chopper.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Balaj. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Returnable for Graham. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their... Three timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They run again with Hunt. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did, showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
So for the Browns, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Go.